Okay, Wayne, were your health ever at risk for
Was I
obesity?
ever at risk for obesity? Yes.
Oh, yes, when?
Ever since I was young.
Ever since you were young?
Yeah.
Okay, how much do you weigh right now?
Right now, 205.
You weigh 205
My
pounds.
weight is 205 right now.
How much were you before?
When I started this program, I was at 330 pounds. That's okay.
What program?
What program I was on was the Lindora.
Lindora. Is that a diet program?
Yes.
Okay, I never heard of the Lindora diet. Why not Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, or Atkins diet? What was it about Lindora diet that made you choose that particular diet?
The reason why I decided to do Lindora was that they promised me that being a diabetic and I was on insulin for 30 years, they said within 4 days I'll have you off insulin if you follow the program correctly. So I did that, and within 4 days they tested me, my blood sugars and everything, and I was down to about 110 on my scale instead of 300 and 400 in my scale of being a diabetic with my blood sugars.
So how I'm understanding this, when you went to the Lindora diet, when you started to use the Lindora diet, you're saying that you was a diabetic, right, before the Lindora diet?
Right.
And after you started the diet, you were able to reverse
Yes.
diabetes.
I was able to reverse my diabetes, yes.
That's good. That's good news. What inspired you first to lose weight?
Looking at other people, the reason why I was inspired was that walking around at 330 pounds, I felt bad.
Didn't feel good.
Looking at other people and looking at me and giving me bad remarks and everything, and I just kind of upset me, and I decided, well, it's about time I got my health back together.
Okay, and when did you decide to take action?
About 6 years ago, when I
6
took
years
action.
ago.
Action, yes.
And that's when you were at 330 pounds?
Yes, I was at 330 pounds 6 years ago.
Okay, how did you go from 330 pounds to now 205 pounds?
By following the way I became from 300 down to where I'm at now is by following the Lindora program.
The Lindora program?
Yes.
So you basically lost over 120 pounds.
Yes, I have lost over 120 pounds.
And how long did that take?
It took me 2 programs at 10 weeks at a time, so about 20 weeks it took me to lose the weight.
When you say 2 programs, you mean the...
I did 10-week, they do it at 10-week intervals.
This is the Lindora.
The Lindora. And when I finished that, I wasn't right to where I wanted to be, and so they said, well, we'll go at another 10 weeks. So that's how I got started, and that's the way it did it.
Okay. And are you satisfied with that Lindora
Yes.
diet?
Yes, I am.
Are you planning on sticking to that diet between?
I'm on. It's a lifetime maintenance program now that I'm on with them.
Great. What exercise? Are there any exercises involved in losing this weight?
The type of exercise that they have me to doing is walking.
Walking.
Yes.
Which is brisk cardio.
Yes.
Okay. And is that, do you walk here where you live? You guys have a gym here, right?
Yes. They have a treadmill upstairs in the gym.
Okay. Okay, what other steps are you taking to lose this weight besides diet and exercise?
Watching what I eat.
Watching what you eat.
And staying away from the sweets.
What? Staying away from sweets. That definitely puts weight on you. Huh?
Yes.
And also at the same time, that's a hard thing.
And it also makes your blood sugars go up when you eat all kinds of sweets and stuff.
What type of foods are you eating?
Well,
diet?
it's protein, and what the type of food is pork, chicken, fish, hamburger, very lean hamburger, and I weigh it out at 4 ounces a package, and I freeze it. And then whatever I decide, it's the protein part of it is take for the 4 ounces.
So again, it sounds like you're doing portion size.
Portion size, yes.
And you're doing this 7 days a week?
7 days a week,
365 days a
yes.
year. No cheat days?
No.
Just strictly the diet, 7 days?
Yeah, well, we can take snack, in our snacks we have string cheese that we can use, or, you know, stuff like that.
So give us an example of a breakfast meal and a dinner meal.
A breakfast meal, I can have 1 cup of Cheerios if I want, but then normally, if I'm really to it, I'll take 2 boiled eggs, throw away the yolk because of the cholesterol in it, and have 2 plain white of egg and 1 slice of toast for breakfast.
For breakfast? No
Yes.
juice?
No juice.
No juice. Okay. What do you have for lunch?
And then for lunch, I'll have 1 cup of vegetable and 2 cups of lettuce,
Raw vegetable?
cooked, steamed,
Steamed.
and 2 cups of lettuce. Like lettuce, for 2 cups, it's only 3 carbs. And then I'll have a cup of fruit. And there's different types of fruit that's high in carb and some are low.
So what about dinner?
Dinner, the same thing.
The same thing.
At dinner time, yes.
Meat?
The meat,
1 serving of meat
on meat and the
Vegetables.
vegetable and the fruit.
and fruit.
And I have to drink about 80 ounces of water during the day.
80 ounces?
80 ounces of water.
That's a lot of water.
It's got to flush you out.
Well, you definitely look good from the photos that I saw earlier when you were 330 pounds. You know, compared to looking at you now, you look great, man. You look great.
Well, at the beginning, the weight I had a 52-inch waist.
And what is your waist now?
So I'm at a 40-inch waist.
Oh, so you lost 12.
Yeah, 12
inches
inches.
around your waist.
Yes.
Okay.
And in my thighs and my arms, they measure those every time I go in. A couple times a month, they'll see how many inches you lose around your arms or your thighs, you know, in your waist. They check it, you know.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to talk about before we wrap this up?
Well, it saved my life by doing this, you know, and I feel much better, you know, my health, my sugars are down where they're supposed to be, and I'm still trying to walk as much as possible, even though I had knee surgery, you know, about 4 years ago, and it slowed me down a little bit, but I got to push and follow this program the rest of my life to be able to keep it off.
And how old are you?
I'll be 73 in June.
You go, man. You go. You inspire me to do right. What would you, last but not least, what would you say to young folks who are eating lots of sugary drinks and just whatever, you know, junk food, fast foods? What would you say to them at 72 years old, having dropped from 330 pounds to 205 pounds? What would you tell them?
Just watch what you eat and be sure that you don't go overboard. When you go to a party, just make sure you eat the light stuff and not the heavy stuff. You know, like the raw vegetables that they have and stuff like that. Don't eat the heavy cakes and pies like I did. It was the worst thing I ever did. You know.
So, again, you're saying exercise, diet, portion controls.
Right.
Is how you manage.
That's how I manage, by walking, exercising, and portion control.
Good. Hey, thanks, Wayne. Thanks, I appreciate you so much.
You're more than welcome.